Hi guys, so for today's video, I'm very excited about it. I hope you guys will enjoy it as well. I'm not sure if you will, but if you remember earlier in 2020, I think I posted videos like end of May, beginning of June. I did a little mini series on if I had to cut my collection in half. And I've seen a bunch of people do really fun videos about if I could only keep one product from each category, which I think is very fun. But I was looking at this project as like a road towards minimalism, which I'm not interested in whatsoever. But I thought, okay, Heather, you do want to get your numbers down to some extent. So cutting my collection in half was way more realistic for me than getting down to just one product in each category. And I had so much fun with this series. I will have the original linked up in the cards. But today I wanted to check back in and reflect on the items that I chose to chop and see, did I do it or not? And I wanted to post this video before I post my makeup inventory because I have gotten a lot more products this year. So while I may have chosen to get rid of a bunch of products, I did replace a lot of them, which is not great. And definitely let me know if you would be interested in seeing me do this mini series again for 2021. I could also do it that same time of year, like May-ish. So just let me know your thoughts. But what I'm going to be doing is popping up the pictures on the screen of my keep and my pass pile for each of these makeup categories. And I'm going to let you know which items I used up or decluttered. So for primers, I had 25. I put 13 in the keep pile and 12 in the pass pile. So from my keep pile, I did end up using up the Urban Decay Optical Illusion primer and the Milk Hydro Grip primer. I did also end up decluttering the Soap and Glory One Heck of a Blot primer. So that means right now I have 10 of the primers that were in my keep pile. Then from the pass pile, I have only used up one, which would be the Tarte Quench. I did choose to keep the Becca First Light, the Tarte Smoothing Primer, and the Tatcha Silk Canvas, the putty and the liquid. But I did actually end up decluttering the rest of them. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 primers decluttered from my collection. So like I said, from the keeps, I still have 10. From the passes, I still have 4. So I have 14 out of these 25 primers still in my collection. I only used up 3 of them, but I did declutter several. So I do feel pretty successful in that category because I did pass on several. For foundations, I had 14, so 7 keeps, 7 passes. And for my keeps, I still have all 7 of them. For the passes, all 7 of them have left my collection. So I did successfully meet my goal of cutting my collection in half for foundations. So I'm really, really proud of that. So I did use up the ColourPop It Cosmetics and the Makeup Forever, and I decluttered the Kat Von D Juvia's Place Makeup Revolution and the Hard Candy. So some success right there, makes me very proud. For concealers, I had 11. So there were 6 in the keep pile, 5 in the pass pile. And out of the keeps, I actually ended up decluttering that Lancome concealer, and I got rid of all the concealers in my pass pile. So I did meet my goal with cutting my concealer collection in half. I even exceeded it because I decluttered 1 more than I kept. So I actually ended up decluttering 6 and keeping 5. For face powders, I had 11. So there were 6 in the keep pile, 5 in the pass pile. I still have all of the keeps. They're still holy grail to me. Then for my pass pile, I did declutter the Cover FX and the Maybelline Superstay. I used up the minis from Cover FX and Kat Von D, and I still have the Maybelline Better Skin Powder. I am gonna be panning that one in 2021, but I do still have that one. So I didn't quite meet my goal in this category. I'm over cutting my collection in half, but I'm still very happy with this. For cream cheek products, I have 13. So 7 in the keep pile and 6 in the pass pile. So from my keep pile, I actually ended up throwing out that Cover FX liquid bronzer because it started to smell it had gone bad, but I kept all the rest of them. And then from the pass pile, I actually decluttered everything except for the Benefit Hoola Quickie Contour Stick. So I did successfully meet my goal of cutting my cream product collection in half, and I really did just like swap the Cover FX and the Benefit, which I'm super proud of. Next, for bronzers and contours, I had 16, so that meant 8 keeps, 8 passes. And from my keep pile, I did actually use up the Milani Matte Baked Bronzer in Sunset, but I had a backup, so I'm still at that 8. And then for the passes, a lot of these I put in the pass pile just for numbers sake, but I was able to pass on 3 of these 8, which is not perfect, I know. I got rid of the Physicians Formula Sun-Kissed Bronzer, and then the mini NARS Laguna and Bare Minerals Warmth Bronzers. I didn't need the one from Physicians Formula, and then the NARS and Bare Minerals, I just didn't love the colors on me. The rest of them, I will be keeping a couple. 3 of those are contour products, and I would rather keep a bronzer over a contour, but I really love the contours that I have. The Too Faced Sweethearts bronzer I need to use more. And then the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores bronzer is gonna be in my chopping block for 2021 because I'm not in love with that formula. So overall, I am happy with what I have left, even though I didn't successfully cut my collection in half. So for blush, I had a ton. I had 61 blushes, so 31 keeps, 30 passes. And for the keeps, still have all of these in my collection and really enjoy them. And for the passes, I did get rid of some of these. I decluttered NARS Outlaw, Ofra Rendezvous, Clinique Peach Pop, the Too Faced Peach Beach Blush, Laura Geller Tropic Hues, Urban Decay Score and Fetish, the ColourPop Zoella Blush, and the Balm Instain and Argyle, the Balm Down Boy, and the It Cosmetics Ombre Blush in Coral Radiance. I did get rid of all of those. So I'm happy with the amount that I decluttered, but I did not successfully cut my collection in half, and that's okay. There were some blushes that were in the pass pile just for numbers sake, but I have added several more blushes into my chopping block for 2021 to get my collection down to products that I'm still truly in love with. So I do feel pretty happy with where I ended off, not surprised. For highlighters, I have 24, so I have 12 keeps and 12 passes. I did end up keeping all 12 of the keeps. I do absolutely love those colors and formulas. I decluttered 8 out of the 12, which is pretty good. Out of this picture here, the ones that I kept would be Becca's Pearl, the Ofra Cloud9 and Space Baby, and Becca's Moonstone. The rest of the ones you see here, I did declutter, which I feel really good about. And those other few that I had put in the pass pile was really just for numbers sake, and I do still really like those colors and formulas. So while I didn't exactly cut my collection in half, getting rid of 8 out of the 12, I feel really good about. For face palettes, I had 16, so 8 keeps, 8 passes, and I'm very proud of this because I did actually let go of 8 of these. So I did successfully cut my collection in half, but we've got a few changes. So from the keep pile, just recently I did end up decluttering the Benefit Cheek Parade, and then from the pass pile I did keep the Ofra Madison Miller Cheek Trio, but the rest of them from the pass pile I did actually pass on this year. So super happy about that because it's really hard for me to let go of face palettes. They tend to be expensive and they're just so dang beautiful. For setting sprays, I had 18, 9 keeps, 9 passes. So from the keeps, I did end up using up the Too Faced Peach Mist and the MAC Fix Plus, but I already had backups of those. But I did get rid of the Ulta SPF 50 setting spray. It just was a little greasy. And then from the pass pile, I did use up the Makeup Forever, the Cover Effects, the Smashbox, and the Lancome, and I did declutter the Herbivore. But I do still have the other 4 in my collection, which would be the NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray and the 3 scented versions of MAC Fix Plus. So I didn't cut my collection in half. I got rid of about 1/4 of the products, which is fine with me. I actually want to use up the NYX and the MAC. So by the end of this year, all the ones in the pass pile should truly be gone, but I feel content with this. For brow products, I had 13. So I got to keep 7 and pass 6. And from the keep pile, I did end up using up my NYX Micro Brow Pencil this year and my Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. I have not repurchased either of those. And from the pass pile, I decluttered the IT Cosmetics Brow Power Pencil, but I have the rest of them. So I did not successfully cut my brow collection in half. I'm okay with that though. I really do enjoy what I have, and I will try to work through several of these products this year and not repurchase some of them. So hopefully I can get my numbers down a little bit. For eye primer, I had 7. So 4 keeps, 3 passes. I did use up the original Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion, the Smashbox, and the Lorac. So I did successfully cut my eye primer collection in half. I do just have 4 now instead of 7. For cream shadow pots, I had 5. I was gonna keep my 3 Maybelline Color Tattoos and declutter my Lorac Luxe Diamond Cream Shadows. I have actually gotten rid of all 5 of them. I just prefer cream shadow sticks. So I more than exceeded my goal of cutting my collection in half. I got rid of it entirely. So that's an exciting update. For cream shadow sticks, I had 17. So that means keeping 9, passing on 8. So from the keep pile, I did end up using the Laura Mercier Copper Shadow Stick. And then from the pass pile, I actually got rid of all of them except the Balm Batter Up Shadow Stick in Pinch Hitter. So that means I did successfully cut my cream shadow stick collection in half, which I feel really proud of. I'm really happy to be down to formulas and shades that I really love. For my liquid shadows, I had 16, so I got to keep 8 and pass 8. From my keep pile, I did end up passing on one of the Stila and one of the Pixie, and then the full-size Stila Sea Siren did end up drying up. So that means I still have 5 from the keep pile, but for my pass pile, I ended up passing on all of them except the 2 heavy metal glitter liners. So I did actually meet my goal and even exceed it by just 1 in this category. So that's super exciting. For ColourPop Super Shock Shadows, I had 22, so I got to keep 11, pass 11. I cannot remember which ones I've gotten rid of. I will put my current inventory number on the screen because I know I have not gotten any new ones. I do think that I have passed on a few since this video, but I can't quite remember. So for single shadows, I have 36, so I got to keep 18, pass 18. And I still have all of the ones from my keep pile. And then from my pass pile, I got rid of all of these except for 3. I still have L'Oreal Amber Rush, MAC Smoky Mauve, and the one in the blue packaging. I can't remember the name of that one, but I got rid of the rest of them. So I got rid of 15 single shadows. So I didn't quite cut my collection in half, but I feel really proud of the amount of shadows I was able to let go of. And when I had posted this picture, I accidentally miscalculated, and the ColourPop Pisces shade should have been in the pass pile, and I did actually end up decluttering that one. For small palettes, I had 22, so I get to keep 11, pass 11, and I still have all of my keeps. From my pass pile, I only got rid of 3. That would be the Too Faced mini palette, Zoeva mini palette, and the Pixie double tap. So I did not successfully cut my collection in half. That is okay. I'm satisfied with what I still have, and I did end up putting several palettes in my chopping block for 2021, so I'm fine with that. I didn't actually think I was going to cut these in half, but when I look at my keep pile, it does still make me very happy. I'm just not quite ready to let go of the ones in the pass pile yet. For palettes, I had 49, so that meant I got to keep 25, pass on 24. So from the keep pile, I actually ended up decluttering 2. That would be the ColourPop Yes Please and Good Sport palettes. And from my pass pile, I got rid of a few as well. The ColourPop Rendezvous, ColourPop Birds of Paradise, Violet Voss Holy Grail palette, the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly, Too Faced Sweet Peach, and all 3 of my Morphe palettes and my 3 Juvia's Place. So I got rid of 13 out of that 24. Wow, that's a lot. I feel good about that. Well, not out of that 24, because I did get rid of 2 from the keep pile, but out of 49 palettes, I got rid of 13. So that's not terrible, because palettes are really hard for me to let go of. Again, a lot of these did go in the pass pile just for numbers sake. I feel really proud that I got rid of that many. Again, it is so hard for me to let go of palettes because of how expensive they are, and they're just so beautiful to look at. For liquid liners, I had 11, so keep 6, pass 5. And I did end up using up the Clinique one from the keep pile, and from the pass pile, I still have the Tarte, but I decluttered the Stila and I used up the IT Cosmetics, Maybelline, and Galactic. So I did actually end up cutting my collection in half, which is very exciting. I'm happy that most of that was due to using up and not just decluttering. I stepped up my liquid liner game a little bit more at the end of the year. For pencil liners, I had 21, so I got to keep 11, pass 10. So from the keep pile, I actually did end up decluttering the yellow color from ColourPop, which is called Crossed, as well as the blue shade from Urban Decay. From the pass pile, I got rid of the Maybelline black liner, the Smashbox black liner, Marc Jacobs black liner, Marc Jacobs brown liner, the MAC Costa Riche, and all 3 of the Urban Decay liners. So I did successfully cut my collection in half because I did get rid of 10 pencil liners. So I do feel really, really happy with that. I now again have formulas and colors I love, and it definitely helped because I got rid of several black liners because I don't reach for black liners too often, but I did keep a couple to have and to test. So very proud of this category. For gel liners, I had 2, so that would mean keeping 1, passing 1. I kept the both of them. I plan on keeping these until they dry up, so that was just something for numbers sake. It's totally fine. I didn't actually get rid of those. For mascara, I had 23, so keep 12, pass 11. I'm going to try to remember what happened with these. So from the keep pile this year, I did use up the Stila, the Pat McGrath, the Pure. The Grande Cosmetics was totally dried up by the time I got to it. The Milk Kush mascara, the Smashbox Superfan, Butter London Double Decker lashes. I decluttered the Well People, used up Shiseido, used up Big Ego from Tarte, decluttered Lashtopia, decluttered Lancome Monsieur Big, decluttered the Butter London Stroke of Wow, the Maybelline Total Temptation, and the Damn Girl mascara. 11 would be cutting my collection in half, so I did not quite make it, but 10 mascaras did leave my collection, so I do feel really proud of that. Moving on to lips. For lip care, I had 14 products, so keep 7, pass 7. From my keep pile, I did use up the Bite Beauty Agave Daytime Lip Balm. From my pass pile, I decluttered the Laneige in the Apple Lime and the Vanilla. I also decluttered the Sun Bum Tinted Lip Balm, and I used up the Laneige Berry, the Tarte Lip Quench, and the Fresh Sugar Rose. So between what I used up and what I decluttered, I actually did cut my collection. For lip liners, I had 20, so I got to keep 10, pass 10, and unfortunately, I had only gotten rid of 5 lip liners, so I brought my numbers down to 15. I ended up decluttering ColourPop, Polite Society, and Drop Top, that Mini It Cosmetics, the Marc Jacobs liner, and one of the Lime Crime liners. So I cut my collection by 25%. I do feel pretty good about that. For bullet lipsticks, I had 29, so I got to keep 15, pass on 14, and I did really well with this category. So from the keep pile, I actually got rid of Urban Decay Vice, the Bare Minerals Gen Nude. I don't know why I'm blanking on it. I think that's what it's called. And the ColourPop. I may have gotten rid of one of those MACs as well. I can't remember what shades were in there. If MAC Cyber is in there, then I did just get rid of that one as well, but I won't count it just in case, 'cause I'm not sure. But those 3 for sure. Then from the pass pile, I got rid of all of them except for the Maybelline and the MAC lipsticks. So that means I did cut my collection in half, and I got rid of even 1 extra. So I do feel really, really happy with that. So for my jumbo lip crayons, I had 14, so I got to keep 7, pass on 7. So from my keep pile, I actually did get rid of the Nude Sticks Raven, the Tarte Bear, and the MAC Patent Pink. From the pass pile, I got rid of the NARS and 3 of the ColourPop. So I did actually end up cutting my collection in half because I only have 4, 5, 6, 7. So that is fantastic. For liquid lipstick, this is a big category. I had 53, so I get to keep 27, let go of 26. I still have all of the ones in the keep pile. And for the pass pile, I didn't get rid of all of them, but I did get rid of a significant amount. So I still have 4 of the Anastasia liquid lipsticks. I have the Sephora lip stain, 2 of the Kat Von D's, and the NARS. So I kept 13 out of 26. So that's pretty good. That means I cut my collection by 25%. I do feel really good about that. That was a lot of liquid lipsticks to declutter. And lastly, for glosses, I had 33, so I get to keep 17, pass on 16. That is not what happened here. So I did end up keeping all the glosses from the keep pile. And then from the pass pile, I did get rid of a few of these. I did get rid of the Pixie, the Buxom lip topper, the Anastasia Ofra Jouer lip topper, the Fenty Fussy, and the 3 NYX butter glosses. So I got rid of 9, so that's not bad. I did cut my collection by a quarter, not a half, and I feel really happy with that because I have a ton of glosses that I really, really love. So that is my update on all of the products that I said that I would hypothetically cut from my collection. And again, I don't know if this video was interesting for you guys or not, but I am really happy that for the categories where I could actually see myself letting go of those products, I did either let them go or use them up. So I do feel really happy with this, and it was a very fun project. It was fun for me to look back to see what I've accomplished. But again, like I said, my makeup inventory is coming up, and while it's not terrible, my numbers did go up and my collection has grown from what you see in these pictures. But still, I'm very happy about this. And like I said, let me know if you would like to see this series from me again in 2021. I would post it end of May, beginning of June. That way it is like one full year later. And I think that would be interesting to see, and probably even harder than the first time, because again, I did declutter a lot of the things, or use up a lot of the things that I could see leaving my collection. So anyway, I hope you guys have found this interesting. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.